Welcome to SV Union High School and Junior College. Standard 6th History and Civics. Civics, Chapter Number 1, Our Life in Society. In this lesson, we are going to learn about the four important points. The first one is, why did man feel the need for society? Second one, the social nature of man. Third, our development. And fourth, what is society? Last year in Standard 5th, you have learned about the evolution of man, that is the Stone Age man. In this picture, you can see the Stone Age man. You can see this is the front page cover of Standard 5th. It tells us about our present social life has taken shape through a process of evolution over thousands of years. That means man has progressed. Generation by generation, man has progressed himself. Man has moved from a nomadic stage to a settled social life. Nomadic means Stone Age man used to move, or he used to wander from place to place in search of food. So he was not settled. He used to not stay on one place. He used to just keep on moving. So man has moved from a nomadic stage now to a settled social life. Now we are staying at one place. And that happened due to the farming activities. Stone Age man had started doing the farming work, and then he realized that due to the farming work, he should stay on one place. And when he started staying on one place, he came together with many people. Now this picture shows you that man has come together. Man has progressed himself. This is a village life where man has come together with many people around him. He's staying together. Now he's having a settled life. Now the first point which we are going to deal with is, why did man feel the need for society? A stable and secure life is necessary for the development of the individual as well as society. Now, what do you mean by stability, children? That means stable. Stable means to stay at one place. And what do you mean by security? Security means secure, means a safe life. That means nobody can harm you. In the nomadic life, man did not have stability and security, as he would wander from place to place in search of food. He would not remain or stay on one place. He also didn't have security because he would move from one place to another with his small family or his small group. When man realized that living in a group provides security, he started living together. This would also help them to protect themselves from animals. When they started living together, they felt the need for rules for the smooth functioning of the society. Rules created discipline, and this made man's life more organized and stable. The second point is the social nature of man. Man is a social animal by nature. He loves to live in society. That means he likes to live with people around him. Living with people not only makes us happy, but it is also our need. Man has many needs: food, shelter, clothing, education, and health are our basic needs. Whereas emotional and psychological needs are also equally important, without which we cannot have a stable and secure life. Emotional needs means when we are happy, we wish or feel to share our happiness with others. Or even if we are sad, we wish to share our sorrows and griefs with others. We like the companionship of our family members, relatives, and friends. This is our social nature. When you have got the first prize in any competition, you will always like to show it to others. You will feel very happy about the appreciation being given by them. Due to the labor, skills, and talents of people in society, a variety of things can be produced. A variety of industries and occupations help us to fulfill our needs. For example, we need books for studying and paper for books. That is why occupation like manufacturing paper, printing books and binding them, etc. also develop. Our basic needs are fulfilled in society. We depend on each other for our emotional needs such as security, appreciation, praise and support, etc. Thus, our life in society is interdependent. The third point is our development. Every person is born with some qualities and capabilities. They develop in a society. We learn the language of our family. Our first language is the one that is spoken at home. We learn different languages in schools. We also have the capacity to think independently. For example, when all the students in a class are given the same topic for an essay, then we can see that each student has written a different essay on the same topic. This is because the thought process in each is different. That means each person thinks differently. Society helps in the development of our emotional capabilities and power to think. It also provides the opportunity for expressing our thoughts and feelings. The development of our artistic and other talents also takes place in society. For example, singers, musicians, artists, scientists, etc. These all can develop their qualities only because of the backing, motivation, and encouragement of the society. Thus, encouragement and motivation by the society is very important, without which the society or country cannot progress. The last point, that is the fourth point. What is meant by society? Society includes all people, men, women, grown-up, old people, young children. Our families are a part of the society. Society also includes different groups, institutions, and organizations. The interrelationship and interactions between the people, their dependence on one another, and sharing also form a part of the society. Society is not simply a mob or crowd of people. A society is formed when people come together to achieve certain common objectives in order to fulfill needs like food, clothing, shelter, and security. The society has to create a permanent system. Without such a system, the day-to-day affairs of the society cannot be carried on. A system is essential for the continued existence of the society. For example, agriculture is essential to fulfill the need for food. Various institutions must be created to perform all the functions related to agriculture. Therefore, a vast system needs to be created which includes factories to manufacture tools and equipment used for farming, banks to provide loans to the farmers, a market for the goods produced, etc. The existence of many such systems makes a society stable. In the next chapter, we shall learn about the diversity in the Indian society. Thank you.